the Roman Empire, a civilization that ruled the Western world for centuries. But why did this mighty empire, which seemed invincible, ultimately fall? And was it truly an overnight collapse? Imagine an empire spanning 3 continents, dictating law, culture, and power across vast territories. This was the Roman Empire at its peak, a marvel of administration and military might. From the sands of North Africa to the misty borders of Britain, Rome's influence was unparalleled. Its infrastructure, legions, and governance set the standard for millennia to come. How could such a giant stumble? For centuries, historians have debated the nature of Rome's fall. Was it a dramatic, sudden collapse, or a slow, agonizing decline that took centuries? The truth lies somewhere in the complexity of history. Before external enemies breached the walls, the seeds of destruction were already taking root from within. The Roman state was becoming increasingly brittle, weakened by its own internal dynamics. Constant civil wars, assassinations, and a rapid succession of weak or corrupt emperors plagued the later Western Empire. This instability meant a lack of consistent, strong leadership when it was needed most. Inflation spiraled out of control as the currency was debased. Excessive spending on the military and bureaucracy, coupled with an over-reliance on slave labor, stifled innovation and drained the imperial treasury. The Roman army was its shield and sword, but even the legions faced insurmountable challenges. The empire was simply too large to defend effectively. Maintaining thousands of miles of fortifications and keeping powerful external forces at bay required manpower and funds that the declining Western Empire could no longer reliably sustain. To fill the ranks, Rome relied heavily on barbarian mercenaries. While initially effective, this gradually diluted the traditional Roman loyalty and command structure, making the army less reliable. Beyond politics and economics, the fabric of Roman society was changing profoundly, altering the shared identity that once bound the empire together. The adoption of Christianity fundamentally shifted imperial loyalties from the emperor as a divine figure to a singular god. While providing stability, it sometimes conflicted with established civic and military traditions. A growing gap between the ultra-rich landowners and the impoverished masses led to declining public engagement and loyalty to the state. The spirit of civic virtue began to fade. As Rome weakened from within, external forces intensified, exploiting the vulnerabilities that years of internal strife had created. The migration of the fearsome Huns from the east created a domino effect, pushing various Germanic tribes, including the Visigoths, Vandals, and Ostrogoths, directly into Roman territory seeking safety and resources. Key moments like the Visigoth sacking of Rome in 410 AD and the Vandal sacking in 455 AD shattered the myth of Roman invincibility and resulted in the irreversible loss of provinces like Africa and Hispania. The true fall of the Western Roman Empire is often pinned to a single dramatic date, which marked the final symbolic end of the imperial line in the West. In 476 AD, the last Western Roman emperor, the young Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by Odoacer, a German chieftain and mercenary general. The imperial regalia were sent to Constantinople. While 476 AD is the accepted endpoint for the Western Roman Empire, it was merely the culmination of centuries of decline, a political formality rather than a single catastrophic event. The Western Roman Empire may have collapsed, but its legacy endured, shaping the laws, languages, religion, and culture of the successor states in Europe. Its collapse ushered in the Middle Ages in Europe, decentralizing power and creating the foundations for the modern European nation-states we know today. The story of Rome's fall remains a timeless cautionary tale, a reminder that no power, no matter how mighty, is immune to the forces of internal decay, overextension, and external pressure. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching USA Curious Knowledge. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. We bring curiosity to life. See you in the next video.